I found out my fiance's giant secret the night before our wedding, and let me know if you think I'm overreacting, but I don't think I can ever forgive him. I always thought my relationship with my fiance, let's call him Nick, was perfect. We were best friends, always honest with each other, no secrets. I was wrong about that because he had a big one. Up until all the drama went down, the rehearsal dinner the night before our wedding was one of the best nights of my life. Everyone was having so much fun, giving speeches. I just remember feeling so lucky that I was marrying the love of my life. But this night took a very sharp turn. Towards the end of the night, Nick's aunt comes up to me and she has had one too many to drink. She's hugging me so tightly and just saying, I'm just so happy Nick got it right this time. I'm assuming that she's talking about previous relationships. But then she adds, his first wife just wasn't the one for him. Now, by itself, this is not a crazy statement. But what is crazy is the fact that I did not know that Nick had a wife. I did not know that he was married before. I actually feel my brain short circuit in that moment. I'm like, wait, sorry, what do you mean wife? What do you mean previous wedding? What are you talking about? And she just looks at me so wide-eyed. She goes, oh my gosh, you didn't know? He never told you? I've said to him, I gotta go. Just walks right away. But at this point, I'm thinking this woman has had a lot to drink and she's probably confusing Nick with one of her other nephews. So I think it's funny because no way has my fiance been married before and just never told me. I don't say anything until the rehearsal dinner's over and we've said goodbye to our last guest when I turned to Nick and I was like, Nick, your aunt just said the most insane thing tonight. And I told him, and when I said that, I could see all the color just drain from his face. And that's when I realized that this wasn't funny anymore, that she was not mixing him up with another nephew. Now, I had heard about Nick's high school girlfriend before, but what I hadn't heard is that his high school girlfriend became his high school wife right after they graduated. He thinks that it's not a big deal at all that he didn't tell me because it was so long ago and he doesn't even think about it anymore. Sir, you were married. But it gets worse because I ask him, so when did you officially get divorced? And he hesitates. That was not a good sign. He says to me, in all seriousness, well, I signed the papers a while ago, but I just never really followed up. You never followed up. So you're supposed to marry me tomorrow, but you're not sure if you already have a wife. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Of course, the courthouses were already closed for the night, so I had to wait till the next day, my wedding day, to call all the courthouses and try and figure out if he was still married. So as soon as they open, I'm frantically calling all of them, asking if they had his marriage records. I'm waiting for calls back. I'm trying to get ready for my wedding, get my makeup and my hair done, and I'm still waiting to find out if my future husband already has a wife. And finally, as I'm standing in my getting ready room with all of my bridesmaids in my wedding dress with my hair and makeup done, I get a call from the courthouse. He was never legally divorced. He still is married. If the courthouse would have called me and told me that he was legally divorced, would I have gone through with the wedding that day? I don't know. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is what I did when I found out that he was married. It was the most upset and betrayed I'd ever felt in my life, so I just walked down the aisle in my dress past all of our guests that are seated there, waiting to watch us give our vows to each other and get married. I get into the microphone and I said, thank you all so much for coming today. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, but unfortunately, there will not be a wedding today because the groom is actually married to somebody else. Yeah, not good. So as you can see, it's just not gonna be possible for us to get married today. But thank you again for coming. I love you all. Every single person's jaw was just on the floor, which I could imagine. If I was a guest at a wedding and heard that announcement, I would feel the same way. Nick was beyond livid at me, saying that I embarrassed him in front of everybody and that we should have just gone through with the wedding and figured it out after. Sorry, no, I'm not gonna get married to you when you're married to somebody else and you lied to me about it. But Nick also has the audacity to say, I'll get this entire thing figured out, I'll make sure my divorce is finalized, and then we can replan another wedding day. Sorry, you think that everything is just gonna go back to the way it was before? When I now know that you were keeping this giant secret from me, what else are you keeping from me? Nick doesn't think he lied to me, but I told him lying by omission is still a lie. And honestly, if he would have told me when we first started dating that he had married his high school girlfriend, I wouldn't have cared. I love him. But it's the fact that he just kept that secret from me. And also the fact that he already had a wife, but that's just like its own issue. Let me know what you think. Is this a solvable issue or is the trust just so completely broken that there's no repairing it?